Chapter 9. About Low Self-Confidence. Low self-esteem is what creates the feeling of insufficiency. Lots of people don't even comprehend where it stems from. Low self-confidence has a strong negative influence on all spheres of life. It draws in dissatisfied relationships, avoids promos at work, and makes you feel like every little thing surrounding you is gray and unfair. What subconscious programs create low self-esteem, and how can you get rid of them? How comparisons work. Low self-esteem is an unconscious underestimation of self-importance, value, and originality. We as human beings just don't give ourselves enough credit. However, in any case, we compare ourselves to others to make things even worse. People working on their personal development understand that every person is a whole universe in their own right. They are unique and different from all of the others. You need to know that it is impossible to always be the best in everything. But you can, however, be flawless in your own individuality. When comparing yourself to others, you diminish your self-respect and affirm that you are just one of a million. Generally, an individual with low self-esteem always makes a comparison that is not in his favor. One has a more costly vehicle than this one. Another person has a cooler job than he does. Another one is more appealing than him, and so forth. A balance in self-confidence. An important aspect of self-confidence is realizing there is a balance. It can be harmful to your psychological health to have either low or exceptionally high self-esteem. Finding a comfy middle ground is essential. This gets rid of the need for comparison in both directions. For example, stars constantly fight self-confidence in both natures. On one hand, a new celeb can suffer from low self-esteem from not obtaining a vital role, while another celebrity can struggle with self-confidence that is too high just because popularity has raised the ego. It's interesting to watch some individuals of this nature teeter between the two. Have you discovered this before? Rivalry. For many people, the only reward to action is their pinched ego. I'll prove to them that I'm better. He chuckles best who chuckles last. Often, these incentives lead to success. But do they cause happiness? All have long ignored you and are obsessed with their own life, you see. Life can go by while you're attempting to prove something to somebody. And what about your dreams? What about your real goals? And then there is hope. You can always change your life. You can find more chances if you strive for success. No laws, no people, no economic crisis, or any other external element can interfere if you set a goal. However, if you have low self-confidence, you can twiddle your thumbs and wait for the day when the clouds disperse, and someone else gives out joy and success on a silver platter. How long do you think that will take? Get up! By expecting a better life, you're doing nothing to end up being effective and happy. You need to think it over and act, even if it means a change of thinking. Try to see yourself in a completely different light. Perhaps this will increase your low self-confidence. It's a limitless look for approval. It is another creative trap of our own ego. When you question your own opinion, you start looking for recognition from others. It is appropriate to ask a person what you seem like from the back. However, is it appropriate to ask others about the right to exist? When following the guidance and values of other individuals, you lose your own character. Your mom may tell you where to work, the grandmother may teach you how to live, and your husband says who to talk with. However, do you actually know what you want in this life? Think again.